Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today I have the Rhino, and I am itching my thigh. Not my ass, not my thigh, not my balls, nothing like that. My thigh, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. Anyway, today we have a beer from Stiegl in Austria. So this is Paracelsus? Paracelsus? I don't fucking know. It's a Zwickel. It's Bio Zwickel. So it's a Zwickel beer. Very, very few Zwickel beers that I've had in my time. They are normally put into the category of a Keller beer. The Keller beer and Zwickel beer are normally side by side. It kind of makes sense. Their tasting notes are very similar, but not at the same time. Now, what do we have going on here? It's from a microbrewery. Wow, Stiegl's considered a microbrewery? Since when was Stiegl considered a microbrewery? I ask like this because Stiegl's available around the world. Anyway, 5.2% alcohol for this Keller / Zwickel beer, but it's Stiegl Paracelsus Bio Zwickel from Stiegl Brauerei zu Salzburg, which it's in Salzburg, Austria. I've had one person I know tap this in and gave it a 3.6 out of 5, and 21.6 thousand people have tapped it in with marks and given it a 3.48 out of 5. What do we have going on here? Style guide for a Keller / Zwickel beer. Now, this is the cool thing, right? You can actually look up Zwickel beers and stuff like that on Untappd now. They will give you a loose description. So Keller beer is a type of German beer, an unfiltered lager originating in Franconia. Keller beer contains, do they have stuff about, okay, yeah, they do. Okay, Keller beer contains more of its original brewing yeast held in suspension. As a result, it's distinctively cloudy and is described in Germany as Naturub, naturally cloudy. Keller beer is often served directly from the barrel in a beer garden. Yeah, very true. But may be bottled as well. The term Zwickel beer, regionally Zwickel or Zwickel, refers to a weaker and less full-flavored variant of Keller beer. Originally, it was used to refer to a small amount of beer taken by a brewmaster from the barrel with the aid of a special siphon called the Zwickelholm. It is less hoppy and typically not left to age as long as Keller beer. Now, of the Zwickels, I am reading, this is probably my 5th Zwickel beer ever. Lots of Keller beers, probably my 5th Zwickel. Only Austrian ingredients from controlled biological cultivation are used in this amber-colored natural and traditional beer specialty from Salzburg. When brewing this beer, we add Lafener Landsweisen to the blend, a fine ancient grain we grow on healthy land, and malt ourselves at the Stiegl Farm Wildshut. This completes the velvety mild taste. An absolute delight. All right, let's open up our Zwickel beer again. It is a twist off, which is unusual for European beers. It's a 330 milliliter bottle, 5.2% alcohol by volume. So bright white head, kind of a bronzy color. It is hazy, but not insanely hazy. Like I can see the bottle, even here I can see the bottle. I wouldn't be able to read it or anything like the last one, but I can see the bottle. So there is haze to it. It's just not cray haze. There is a snap, crackle, pop. Not much of one, but there is one. Sent from the glass. So that is a little bit of caramel. Caramel, molasses, a biscuitiness, almost like a crusty bun. Just right into that crusty bun, eh? Just And a little bit of a coppery note, and a little bit of a that earthy mud pie type of scent that you get from a lot of English ales. And I know this is an Austrian ale, but that type of scent. Anyway, ho ho ho, motherfuckers! Let's try it. Cheerio. Such a good drinking beer. That kind of reminds me, in a way, of the mixture between a Kolsch and an Irish Red. Because you're getting that cut grass that you would get from a Kolsch, a Pilsner, that type of thing, even a Keller beer to an extent. You're getting a little bit of the bready biscuitiness that you would get from some German and some other European beers. I'm getting a little bit of copperiness. I'm getting a little bit of caramel, which to me reminds me very much of a good Irish Red on top of those flavors. It's light-bodied. It's easy drinking. It's gone. Like, oh, excuse me. Here's the thing. Stiegl, the thing I love with Stiegl is their Grapefruit Radler. Their Grapefruit Radler was the first Radler I ever had that I enjoyed. And it gave me a nice soft spot in my heart for Stiegl. Never really liked the regular Stiegl lager that you could get here in North America. Never really cared for it. At this point in my life, I can stomach it, but I still don't really care for it. But this Bio Zwickel is fucking phenomenal. Malty, grassy, earthy, a little bit of molasses, a little bit of like almost a hard water with a little bit of like an iron flavor. It really goes down well. I'm really impressed with that. And the last one I did was just a plain Jane thank you ma'am type of beer, right? Like a wham bam thank you ma'am. And because of the price it would have been at, I wouldn't have wanted to touch it again. Now again, if this was in the $2 to $3 a bottle range, I would probably buy this all the time. So I'm going to say if I could get this at the $2 to $3 range, I would give this an 8 out of 10. I would buy this quite often. Knowing that I bought it in a advent calendar and it came at $4 a bottle, and if it was shipped here, it would probably be that or more. Probably give it a 7 on that aspect. So I'd say a 7.5 out of 10 overall between the two, because even not taking the price I paid, taking the price I paid now for it into account, I would still buy it again. But taking the price that I would think it would come to up here into account, I would buy this all day, every day. Like, this stuff is good. I really enjoy this. It kind of reminds, and I mean, it is an Austrian style when you think of a Vienna lager, but it kind of reminds me of a good Vienna lager. And that makes me excited because I like good Vienna lagers. So yeah, Stiegl Bio Zwickel. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.